Hi, my name's Victor Waring, and I am a black man living in Ashland. So here's proof. And I've lived here for about 6.5 years. And what do I want to say? I want to say that being here has been a mixed bag um, of things that are really, really wonderful and things that are challenging and hard and things that live everywhere in between. And so I just want to name that. Um, and I want to say something about this because this is amazing. Um, this is not enough. But one thing that when they said, "Hey, come speak about this a little bit," one thing that really struck me when this went up last year was I noticed myself in the midst of the pandemic, in the midst of everything else going on. I noticed myself landing and sitting in this park a lot more, and just coming here and not necessarily even having anything to do, but just sitting here and feeling like uh, there's another layer down of being held or seen by this community, um, and so I just noticed that I took comfort in coming here, um, and the irony of taking the comfort of being seen by the names of dead black people is it's a hard nut. So so I'm glad this is here, and it's not enough. Um, and the feeling that I get sometimes as I either walk by this or bike by this or sit here, I get this feeling of the ocean sometimes, of like seeing this ocean of names, this ocean of people, this ocean of beings that aren't here because they were murdered. And so I decided to do one of the things that I do, which is to write I guess I call it a poem. So I thought I would read this, and I'll do my best projection. I look I look at this expanding row of names, and I'm reminded of the ocean, wave after wave after wave of ancestral grief, wave after wave of ancestral grief, waves of ancestral grief for the ones, for the ones who leaped from the ships into the sea, the ones who survived rape and ownership and captivity, the ones that felt the sweet winds of freedom only to be cast back into the maelstrom of Reconstruction without acres, without mules, the ones who stepped from servitude to sharing crops, from sharing crops to prison cells, from prison cells to experimentation, votes denied and incarceration, the strange fruit of emancipation. The ones who played jazz and the blues, danced despite their despair, built a nation, reviled, patronized, head petted, sports heroized, sex objectified, police brutalized, and Oval Office presidentified. The grandmothers and the grandfathers, the fathers and the mothers, the children and the elders, whose black lives all mattered. The ones trying right now to convince a belligerent, stiff-jawed nation that the stories are still lodged in the systemic nature of our bones, that justice is still not in our home. The ones who are done asking nicely. Me and my sisters and brothers and allies standing on the shoulders of oppression, joy and strength, tears and laughter, freedom and pain, swimming and drowning, living and dying, and celebrating, still here. We are still here. Ashland, I celebrate this memorial, and when I sit in this park, I feel the grief and the anger of the ones who were taken as sure as any black body from African soil. When I sit here, I feel the possibility of a community that sees me, that sees us. But Ashland, we need more than your words and the t-shirts of the slain and the signs in your yards. We need more than your awkward confessions and your strained, over-familiar smiles as we walk down your city streets. We need more than your uncomfortable welcoming of the exotic. We appreciate this monument, and we see your sleepy eyes opening, awakening. Keep opening. Keep opening your eyes. Keep letting go of this state's bitter legacy and enshrinement of white supremacy by noticing the discrepancy of the justice you want and the justice that is. It is after sundown in this town, and we're still here. We're still here. Ashe.